بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to day 15 of Qur'an Recitation Mastery. So, in this video, I'll be talking about the second classification, or should I say, the category of the readings of Nuun, Saakinah, and Tanween, which is idgham. So, in the previous video, I talked about Izhar Nuun Saakinah and Tanween. I didn't put that. So, Izhar Nuun Saakinah is a clear pronunciation of Nuun Saakinah, and Izhar Tanween is a clear pronunciation of Tanween. So, when you have Nuun Sakina or Tanween before any of Izhar letter. For example, when you have Nuun Sakina before Ha, so what you say is Izhar Nuun Sakina Indal Ha, because Inda there means before, and you are pronouncing the Nuun Sakina clearly before you pronounce. Note that before. So before you pronounce Ha. So same thing applies to when you have tanween. So idharu tanween indal ha. So that's when you have tanween before ha. So the most important word, the key word there is inda, which means before. So you are pronouncing nun sakina or tanween clearly before you pronounce idhar later. So letters of idhar, mistake. Letters of izhar are Amza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. So today we'll be talking about idgham. Idgham means merging. So that means we'll be merging, and here we're talking about idgham, Nun, Sakina, and Tanween. So that means we are merging Nun, Sakina, or Tanween together with idgham letters. So in Nuun Saakinah and Tanween aspects, it means merging or joining Nuun Saakinah or Tanween with any of idgham letters, with or without Gunna. So with or without Gunna here is very important, because this idgham is divided into two. There is the one where Gunna will be applied, and there is another one where Gunna won't be applied. So Gunna means a sound that comes from the nose and ear. So like the sound, not really audible sound. So that's gunna. For example, when you are saying min ghillin, and instead of saying min ghillin, you should know by now that min ghillin, the ruling there is idhar. Idhar nun sakina inda al-ghain, because nun sakina, we have it before ghain, and ghain is one of the idhar letters. So we have min ghillin. So when you say min ghillin, the way I said, that's gunna. So that's not the right pronunciation, and the right pronunciation for that is min ghillin. So I said it in the previous video that you are not expected to apply gunna when it comes to izhar. So gunna is that sound that is like so there are some here in this idgham aspects that you have to apply that gunna, that sound, and there are some that you don't need it. So we have 6 letters of idgham, and they are yarmalun. So you need to memorize it as yarmalun. So ya ra mim lam waw nun, yarmalun. So those are idgham letters. So whenever you see Nun Sakina or Tanween before any of these 6 letters, you have to merge Nun Sakina or Tanween together with any of those letters. So the next aspect is now, which one do you need to apply gunna to, and which ones do you need to omit the gunna? So We have idgham kamil, which is also idgham bighayri gunna, which is idgham without gunna, and then idgham naqis, which is also called idgham bighunna. So idgham with gunna. So as for the kamil letters, we have lam and ra. That means whenever you have Nuun Saakinah before lam and ra, you must not in any case apply gunna. So we'll deal with the examples later. And then for idgham naqis, you have ya, nun, mim, and wow. In short form, we have yanmu. So just know that the 6 letters are divided into 2. We have the lam and ra, and then we have the yanmu, which is ya, nun, mim, and wow. So the lam and ra, those are idgham kamil letters. You don't need to apply gunna. And then for idgham naqis, you need to apply gunna. So the examples of idgham kamil. And idgham kamil, what does that mean? It means idgham without gunna. So mirrasih, mirrasih. So here it is not min ra'sih, it is mirrasih. And if you are observant enough, you should note that, or you should have seen that all these examples, you have shadda on top of the idgham letters. That's one of the ways in which you can recognize them. Yeah. So we have mirrasih. So you need to omit that noon, or should I say that you put that noon inside that ball without gunna. So here it will sound as if there is no noon at all. So you say mirrasih, mirrasih. And then the second one, we have mallam, mallam. So the idgham is between that Nuun Saakinah and then lam that shadda. So then wailul likulli, not wailun likulli. So it is wailul likulli. Then fawailul lil musallin, fawailul lil musallin, not fawailun then lil musallin, but fawailul lil. As you can see, you probably did not hear the sound of the end sound, because I've matched it already, and because there is no gunna, you won't hear any sound like or any end sound, because there is no gunna. So that doesn't apply to idgham naqis. So you will see the traces of the end sound when it comes to idgham naqis. But here it will be as if there is no noon at all. So you just pronounce it as you see it. Fawailul lil. Then عيشة راضية, عيشة راضية, عيشة راضية. Mirrasih. Make sure you are practicing it as I'm pronouncing it. So second one, mallam, wailul likulli, fawailul lil, عيشة راضية, عيشة راضية, فويل للمصلين, ويل لكل من لم من رأسه. So let's go back to idgham naqis. As for idgham naqis, like I said before, it is the application of idgham with gunna. So here you can see in the transliteration, you can see the end sound. It's different from idgham kamil here. There you can't see any N in the transliteration. The one I wrote as Mirra, then SIH. So there is no N there. But when it comes to idgham naqis, there is N, which means you need to apply the N sound, but not really directly. So you have to match the N with the M, which is the meme, so that, and then the N sound shouldn't be pronounced clearly as that of idhar. So we have habalum min. If there is no masad there, so you pronounce that habalum min. Habalum. As you can see, there is that's gunna. Habalum. So habalum min masad. Habalum min masad. So if you say habalun min masad, you are very wrong. So it is habalum min masad. Then lahabiu, lahabiu. There is that's gunna. Lahabiu, lahabiu watab. Then فَمَن يَعْمَلْ فَمَن. So the sound فَمَن, not فَمَن يَعْمَل. If you say فَمَن يَعْمَل, then you're not applying gunna. And then ya is one of idgham naqis letter, which means you need to apply gunna when you see it after Nuun Saakinah. So فَمَن, you elongate or you prolong. Yeah, you prolong the pronunciation of that ya. فَمَن, not فَمَيَّ. So it should be فَمَيَّ. And then lahabiu, not lahabiwa, but lahabiwa. فَمَن. Then لَن نُؤْمِن. And then حِطَّةٌ نَغْفِرُ. حِطَّةٌ نَغْفِرُ. نَغْفِرُ. Not نَغْفِرُ, but نَغْفِرُ. So you prolong the pronunciation of the letter that has, or should I say just the N sound, and then you merge it together with the idgham letter. حبل من مسد. حبل من, not حبل من مسد, but حبل من مسد. لهب وتب. فمن يعمل لن نؤمن. حطة نغفر. So let's do a recap of idgham kamil. So idgham kamil, we have mirrasi. As you can see, it's different from when we have lahabiu. Let me see if I can find an example. Okay. Mirrasi. And then famay. You can see that I did not prolong the pronunciation of that raw in mirrasi, but I just pronounced it directly. It's different from when I have to prolong the pronunciation of ya in famay ya'mal. So the difference between mirrasi and then famay ya'mal is the prolongation of the idhar letter and idgham letter and the application of gunna. So that's it. So whenever you have idgham in a single word, you have to apply idhar there. As you can see, all the examples I gave, you can see Nuun Saakinah or Tanween in a separate word, and then idgham idgham later will start the next word. So that's for idgham. So whenever you have idgham letter and then Nuun Saakinah in the same letter, in the same word, you also apply idgham. For example, sinwan, qinwan, not sinwan or qinwan, or sinwan, qinwan. So that means idgham exists between, actually what's rubbish, idgham exists is two words. Sorry. So idgham exists in between two words. So you have the Nuun Saakinah or Tanween in the first word, and then idgham later will start the next word. So the way you recognize if a certain letter is idgham naqis or idgham kamil letter is by actually memorizing it. So lam and ra, then yanmu, lam and ra without gunna, and then yanmu with gunna. So you need to memorize that, and then whenever you see it and then you also see shadda on it, you should be able to know that this is not idhar. There is shadda, and then this is one of idgham letters. So it is you have to apply idgham. So you apply gunna when you have ya, noon, mim, or ya, noon, mim, or wow before after Nuun Saakinah or Tanween. And then you won't apply gunna when you have lam and ra after Nuun Saakinah or Tanween. For example, mirrasi, there is no or any kind of related sound. And then when you have فَمَن يَعْمَلْ, so go over the video again, keep repeating it till it's perfect. So keep practicing and you get better with time. So example, a big exercise. Find 5 examples for each of the idgham letters. I'm actually tired right now, but I have to record, and this is presently 10:21. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.